What's up guys, welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Martin and today I am doing my review with the Neue Klasse, the BMW iX3, which embodies the new generation of BMW, and I've driven it for nearly a week, and today I'm telling you about my week with the new iX350. It started out not so great because this was introduced as the new gen of BMW, and they learned about their mistakes and about the styling, about interior quality, stuff like that. I don't know. When I approached the car, when I walked up to it, it's a lot of black glossy plastic, if you ask me, in the front. It's these flattened wheel arches, of course, more efficient, more aerodynamic. It looks like the little brother of the BMW iX, which, well, let me be very direct here, isn't the prettiest. And this is also with an M Sport pack, so we have M Sport wheels, M Sport brakes. They're absolutely massive, these wheels. It's a 22-inch 255 section in the front with the Hankook Ion Evo SUV Star Mark tires. So dedicated EV tire. It's a very good tire, I have to admit. And in the rear, it's a 275 22-inch. So yeah, there's a lot of rubber to handle the power of this car. So rear section of the car again reminds me of the iX, and again we have a lot of black glossy plastic going on, and new logo. I'm not too sure about the styling. And then there's the interior, which I think is the worst thing about the car, to be honest. This is such a gimmicky interior. I am so disappointed. Because we have the M Sport pack, we don't have that weird 4-spoke steering wheel. We just have a 2-spoke. But as I said, M Sport pack. With the previous X3, when you got an M, you got this horrific M badge right there, which, like 8 years ago we said that's like it's from AliExpress. So they ditched the badge, now they put it right there. How awful is that? That is fugly. Freaking fugly. What the hell is that? Like, why, BMW? Why? For reference, I just came out of an E36 M3 Evo, which is sort of the embodiment of what BMW is about. This is the Neue Klasse, so they said, yeah, we're bringing back the BMW DNA. It's all about, you know, Freude am Fahren. Let's use that phrase again. I use it, they don't use it. It's my expectation of what is a BMW. I thought that was such a good phrase of capturing the essence of BMW. This is different. Now I'm starting with the negatives because, spoiler alert, it's actually a really good car. It's actually a really good car. I'm not sure it's a good BMW. And in this video, I'm going to explain what the difference is. So, we have this egg-shaped steering wheel with a lot of sort of buttons on there, with this transparent plastic piece of nothing, which haptic feedback buttons, which we just don't like. We don't like them, BMW. VW already cut the cord and ditched them altogether. Really good job, VW. Now with the LCI, get rid of them. Get rid of them, please. We have a new iDrive system, which is actually pretty good, but again, way too gimmicky, because when you go into the apps, we also have M apps, because we have an M Sport pack. with a drag meter, an M cockpit, showing you all these gauges. We have this horizontal cluster right there showing me speed, charge, range, the amount of power it's giving me, a percentage, a G meter, throttle percentage. Why do I need stuff like that in my electric X3? I just don't know. I feel like the designers or marketing department thought, okay, BMW, it's about driving, let's do all kinds of gauges and little cool gadgets and stuff like that. That's just completely wrong in my opinion. All the rest of the interior, I think the materials are a 6 at best, really. These plastics aren't very nice. The Harman Kardon system has never looked uglier in this plastic casing. We have this woolen sort of interior that they introduced with the Mini Countryman 4 years ago. It's all a bit greasy, a bit cheap. I'm being brutally honest here. It's not what I'm used to from like a G series BMW X3, which really has a nicer interior than this, to be honest. I don't get this new screen which goes diagonal for some reason. Why do I want that? Why do I need that? What I do really like is we can always turn off the stupid nannies right here, so the speed warning and the side collision warning, lane assist stuff. That's really convenient. They did really well there. I don't like the fact that the aircon always seems loud. I'm in mode 3 right now, so normally with BMWs you do mode 2, but even in mode 2 it's also audible. It's the iX350 we're driving today, which means 469 horsepower, and we have 800 volt architecture, so that's new. It's got 645 Newton meters, 0 to 100 4.9. Let's give that a little test. Let's put it into sport mode, and then we are going to the cool M mode, M apps. So we have a double verification of what we're doing to 100. 0 to 100, yes. But I'm trusting my RaceBox. So, launch control available. Let's go. The power is really good, I have to admit. 4.84, 4.65. That's a massive difference actually. Let's go with that one. So suspension, it's a passive suspension setup, so I cannot change anything about it, which is pretty weird, I think. It's just a coilover set, so no air suspension, but it's actually really good. So they have this Heart of Joy, which is sort of a new super ECU made by BMW, and it monitors sort of everything, and it's also doing suspension stuff, brakes, throttle input, whatever. It takes all these parameters and turns it into something that should be joyous, hence the name Heart of Joy, because BMWs should be fun to drive. It is really impressive what it's doing, really. We are sort of building up this review, I feel like. It is a bit numb, steering pretty indirect. I don't get any feedback whatsoever. Power is really good, but the suspension is just very impressive what they did there. I don't know why they just said, okay, this is going to be your suspension setup, it cannot be changed. I think they were right, because it's very comfortable, but once you really want to push it in a corner or have like a nice flow on a nice twisty road, it's actually really good. Really good. Also on like a bad road or a dirt road, it is super comfy, super comfy. And what they also did really well is the brake pedal. So it feels really natural, nice, sort of gradual pedal feel. Right on top there, it starts building up brake pressure in a very natural way. They did really well there. Let's see what it would do, 100 to 200, although, you know, it's not very relevant, let's be honest, but it's just what it's part of the Autobahn test procedure. So as I said, it should do 210 kilometers an hour, 12 seconds, 100 to 200. That's actually pretty good, like pretty decent. And as you can see, it's doing 210 on the dot. So, moving on. What it's also really good at is doing high speeds. Again, it is super stable, super confidence inspiring. You have that massive battery because you can do 805 kilometers with a full charge, so you can really use it on the Autobahn without having that range anxiety. And it's also super efficient for its size, so it's doing 15 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, which is really impressive, really impressive. And then because you have that massive range, you can sort of enjoy it at higher speeds without having to worry about when to charge. And when you do have to charge, you have a 400 kilowatt speed, so charging it up is done really quickly. So they have made something revolutionary in terms of specs, in terms of, you know, what it's like to drive as a family SUV, electric family SUV. They set the bar really high. This is the best there is in this price range, like crossover SUV right up to 100,000 euros, I think. Just as a family SUV, premium family SUV. Really have to get my niche right there. But I am never reminded of the fact that I'm driving a BMW. Never. Like, this could be anything. It is the most generic of driving experiences I've had in a while, to be honest. And it's not because it's an electric car. That's going to be, you know, the comment section explaining why it's maybe not such a good BMW. It's not because of that, because I've also driven the new Porsche Macan GTS. Absolutely love that car. The moment you start driving that car, you're like, oh yeah, this is a Porsche, there's nothing like it. I don't have that same experience, not even close with this. And it should have like a BMW DNA, that's how it's sold, but it just doesn't. It's a very good car. It's a very good car, don't get me wrong. Just as a daily driver, if you need to have an electric car, which is the case in some countries nowadays, this would be the winner. It is super comfy, drives really well, it's quite enjoyable to drive even, massive range, the specs are just through the roof. But you know, it's like buying a TV. You look at the specs and what you pay for it, and then the brand is sort of secondary. You don't buy this because it's the latest BMW you want. You buy this because it's the latest EV with the best specifications. That's why you buy it. Which, I mean, it's an X3. Let's make it all relative here. It's an X3, so sort of don't mind that. It's not one of the BMW icons. It's not a 3 Series. It's not an M3. We're also getting those electrically, so we're getting the i3 based on the same ingredients basically. I do really hope like the philosophy, the character of that car will be different from this. So if you're looking to buy an iX3, I totally get it. They are sold out in the Netherlands, I think. They are really popular. But again, I don't think it's the guy that owned a few M3s or 335i's or 340i's that's going for this. And I think that's the essence of this car. It's a very, very good car. It's not a great BMW. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you liked the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Go check out this video. Go check out this playlist. Thanks again, guys. See you next time.